Howdy everyone, this is Mott, this is Time Society, and welcome back to episode number 39. We're here in a place that we don't spend a whole lot of time, although recently we have actually been here, working way off in the distance. You can't see it, it's behind the cactus farm there. We're working with Coop Dizzle, and I did mention that at some point we'd probably be working on some farms for him, in those same towers that we built the villager breeder in, but that's not going to be right now. I actually have another plan. And this has been long awaited. I've been planning this for quite a while. Finally put a build together though. And I think the spawn has finally gotten to a point where I'm ready to actually put something in. So over here is kind of like the smaller district. I guess I don't know what you really call it. Just kind of smaller shops. More like the small town part of it. We got the big old city over there. But then we got some smaller things over here. This is Ravens. I want to say it's a pub. Lovely building though. Yeah, it definitely looks like a pub. I think it's a pub. Looks like there's some back seating too. And over here, I think that's a little like outdoor mall type dealio. Got James' shop here. This has definitely got a VBC. That looks like his building style. Not sure where the entrance is. Might be on that other. No, there is no other road. How do you get in there? But anyway, then down at the end, you can see there is, I think maybe Lurgan. I want to say Lurgan. But then we got like Duke's thing here. There's my house all the way back over there. We're near the bridge here, so we got a pretty easy path over. I want to know how to get in here though. Looks like a coffee shop, but apparently you can't go in there. Is there no way? I thought I saw a door. What? Who makes a shop that you can't go in? Oh. Aha. Oh, Raven. Whoa. Okay. Definitely different from his other build styles. He usually builds in like the Nordic style. Awesome building. Okay, so anyway, coming on over here, this is where I want to put my shop, and it is going to be to sell books. The closest thing we really have right now to a bookstore in this area is right here. This is James' shop, selling mending books. No other books are to be sold, and I have plenty of villagers to supply that. Definitely want to be building a bookstore. Have a pretty cool build. Like I said, I've planned it out. Kind of a modern feel to it, at least on the outside. Inside, still a little bit modern. Kind of, I don't know what else you'd really call it. I don't really know what the build style is. But almost reminds me of kind of like a modern-ish library. You'll see what I mean when I start to get it built, but the outside is definitely going to be a little bit more of a modern approach. So not really something that we have in this area yet. Kind of the same flow-ish going on here up until we get to that point. But yeah, it's going to stand out just a little bit. I'm going to put it a little bit further away from James' shop here. I think I'm going to go up about here, but the door right here, it's going to extend in that direction, a little bit in that direction, and then we're also going to have to edit the landscape just a tad bit right here to kind of make it fit in a little bit more. And then it'll probably come out to about here. So we might have to put something in there. Or maybe we could adjust the road a little bit. I'm probably just going to put it up here and figure out what to do with the empty space. Obviously, we don't want too much empty space in between the shops. I'm assuming because of what's over here. There's not a whole, there's only 3 blocks there. So I don't think we're trying to get big alleys. I think we're trying to keep them fairly close together. Could possibly put it, no, the land's not pretty good for that. I definitely want a flatter area, and I've already spent a little bit of time trying to flatten this out to put my build right in there. So it'll kind of fill up most of this area. Hopefully it goes pretty well. My plan, I think it's going to go pretty well. I'm pretty confident in this. Also going to be including some of the new blocks because we are in 1.10. Definitely want to make use of that new bone block. I have a pretty cool use for that. I think I found a block that it goes really, really well with. And then a couple other tidbits that I haven't used before, like some new 1.9 features like the end rod. Stuck a couple of those in there. Overall, pretty happy with it. I'm going to go ahead now and start just building the outside of the building. Just kind of getting like a little bit of a rough sketch about where it's going to be. And see if I really have to move it anywhere. Hopefully I don't have to. So that explanation was probably a little bit cloudy, but this is what I was trying to explain here. Kind of a modern appeal, at least with the color scheme that I've gone with. Some white along the front along with the glass. And then we've also got a couple of the bone blocks in there, again for the white and the stone brick. Just kind of the lighter, or rather the stone slabs. Kind of the lighter stone there. Again, kind of just light colors along the front. And then we get a little bit darker toward the back as we kind of use that off-white, or the kind of yellowish of the sandstone and the birch planks. 2 colors I think go together pretty well, although generally when I build with the sandstone, I go with the sandstone brick. Although this time it was just a little bit too rugged, didn't really fit into the build. I also tried endstone bricks here, and the color's just not quite right. I don't know. It's kind of like a vibrant yellow. I don't really like it. Like, I like that there's an endstone brick, and it does have its uses, but it just does not fit in real well here. Then along the back, we just kind of have this little, like, circular kind of dome shape. And then, yeah, the sides are a little bit boxy. We are going to do something for that. Get some, like, leaves and stuff up along the front. But then we do have this little box that pops out at the front here. And we've got just kind of like a glass box, really, with a couple of snow supports around it. So if we walk in here, that I did stick a couple of those bone blocks in here. Really, really like those things. Nice color. I think it fits really well with the sandstone. And then those kind of just go right up into the ceiling. And then we've got things going over here. Inside these gaps here, I'm thinking of just putting trapdoors. And then now that they can float in the air, we'll be able to get a center one here. So that'd be pretty cool. Again, one of those newer things that I want to include in this build. But then, yeah, kind of like how this is sectioned off here. So we're going to have like a staircase right here. That'll go down to about here. We'll have like a first floor where we just have like bookcases and such. Just kind of getting that kind of library appeal, kind of like the bookstore feel to it. And then we'll have one more set of stairs, and the back part will actually be where we sell the books. So overall, I've got it pretty much planned out. I probably won't change too much from what I've originally built in my test world. Although if we do come out here, I'm hoping this isn't too... Overall, though, I do think it's looking pretty cool. Light sources inside are probably going to be end rods. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with end rods. Okay, so the first floor is done. Here we walk in. We have that staircase. Use spruce wood for that. Wanted something a little bit darker, although dark oak was just a little bit too dark. I think this fits in pretty well, especially with the colors that we have around it. We did use the dark oak door. It's kind of dark. I wouldn't want that whole color seeping all the way down here, especially since the door is right there. I think it just could be kind of awkward to have the dark oak stairs leading right into the dark oak door like that. But that anyway, the floor here, I really like this pattern. This is the bone block. This is the top of the bone block. And you can see it's kind of got like that little bit of a ring going around, and it gets darker in the center. Really like that paired with the stained clay here. Or this is just regular hardened clay. We will be using stained clay though. For the other floor is going to be the same pattern really, but with green clay instead of just the regular clay. Really nice pattern though. I really like this color matchup. Ah, man. I definitely want to use this more. Kind of like quartz, except I just like the design of this better. So anyway, then we reseated some of the bookcases back in the wall there. Still got the bone blocks sticking out in the corners here. And then we put a couple of armor stands in front of them. I was going to enchant the armor, although after testing one or two pieces, it just kind of looked too like shiny. It just kind of popped out too much. I like this because it's a little bit more subtle. I think it fits in. Oh, I think it fits in a little bit better. It also matches the white glass panes that we have over here. And then we do have just regular stone slabs beneath them. This is all going to get dug down, and you will be able to see that from the other side. And that's actually going to go down a couple more blocks. So then we got the staircase right here. You can see it is going to go down, and it kind of just comes back one. I don't know if that makes it too tight right here. I think it's good, though. You got 2.5 blocks. In my opinion, that's pretty good. You won't really need to walk over here anyway, because there's not really anything over here other than decoration. As I've said before, down here is where the actual store is going to be. We're going to have the actual chest and everything along the bottom. And then all like the pay instructions and all that is all going to be down here. So yeah, it's probably not too bad to have it right there. Really just come in from the door and come straight down. Did put a couple of, oh no, that was not intentional. Did put a couple of flower pots here as well. Bring a little bit of color. Ah! Okay, there we go. Just to bring a little bit of color in there. And the red really pops. I really like that. And here we have the bottom half. I think it looks pretty cool. I really like this design. I really like how we got kind of like the 3 layers. We got the entrance right here, drop down to the first layer, and then drop down to the next layer below. Just like I said, I used the green clay. And again, I think that works really, really well with that bone block in there. I think it just overall is just kind of a cool design. We've also snuck a couple of jungle leaves back here with some glowstone behind it. And then just the chest in front of it. Don't have any of the books in there yet. I gotta do a lot of villager trading to get up some of the books. I don't even know how many I have. Like 7 or 8 different ones? Maybe even more. And then all of these are going to go right up on the signs here, all the names. Oh, look, it's raining through the ceiling that we still need to finish. Yeah, we still got to do the ceiling. thing into the trapdoors like I mentioned, and then we're just going to have like end rods dangling down to light it up, and then we're also going to stick a couple of glass panes, the white ones hanging down from that, now that they are straight. When we see if we do this and that, and then we just get this kind of like straight little rod like that, and it lines up perfectly with the end rod. It's the same size, which would be really cool. Kind of looks like teardrops really when they're kind of coming down, and it'll keep the ceiling lit as well. Of course, the white's going to fit in pretty well with the ceiling. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with this so far. Can't wait to see what happens next. I did chuck in a couple of anvils as well. Not entirely sure about those. They're kind of dark, but I think they fit. And then just a couple more of the armor stands here. Lots of bookcases too. But yeah, like I said, pretty pleased with it. Did put a little bit of glass in the ceiling, but that's the only place it's actually going to be. Hopefully the trapdoors, I think trapdoors stop rain. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to get the outside done because we don't really have a whole lot out there. We still got to do the front gardens. You can see some grass is exposed. Got to get under there. Did put the light there. Ooh, creeper. And just stuck a torch over here. Gonna have to get a couple of carpets to put on top of that. And no, I had one inside before. Not even sure how he got in there. It was all lit. I think I left the door open and he just walked right in. Much better that than coming over and blowing me up. But the sides still look kind of boxy. The back is still empty. We've got plenty to do still. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I do need to get my hold of some vines and possibly some tall flowers because I don't think I actually have any of those. I definitely don't have any with me. No, I don't have any of those with me. So pretty close to being done, but still kind of some little slightly irritating things that we have to get done that are going to be kind of just a pain. It's probably going to be a lot of back and forth because I never seem to actually be prepared for this stuff. So hopefully this goes pretty well. Okay, so the shop is finished here. Looking pretty cool. Minor details on the inside, like the ceiling is now finished, and we have the lights on the ceiling in as well. They were just with the end rods, and then we got the glass panes below them. Like I said, it kind of looks like teardrops. It looks really cool, especially when you get the particles kind of floating down. That kind of really adds to the effect. I really do like it. Definitely something I haven't used before, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. Along the back here, we just have quick instructions for how to use the chest here. So we'll have books all up in this, and I do not have those in there yet because I have many more emeralds to get. I have no emeralds to trade right now. That's going to take a little bit, but I'll get that in between episodes because that is, like I said, going to take quite a while. But please place payment in the same spot that the book was in. So let's say we got a book in there like that. I'm paying with gunpowder, just put that in like that. Pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully that makes it pretty easy for people to use. Kind of standard practice as well. Let's go on outside. You can see a little bit here has been done, and we pop back here. Once again, hoping that's not too close, or too far rather. If it is, we'll build something in there. That probably wouldn't be a problem. We could probably fit something small enough in there. Got a light here. It just says Mott's Bookstore on it. Don't have a clever name or anything. That's just what we're going with. But then we got the two gardens out front here. Just a bit of grass and a couple of the tall flowers. And then going along the sides. Oh, we did stick a light in there as well. Just got under that green carpet there. So then we got along the side just some of the leaves. Just from with regular oak leaves. Stuck some oak logs down there. And then just kind of topped it off with some sandstone. Just to kind of blend it into the building. And I think that kind of works. Whoa, we're going down. And then I stuck a couple of vines on the side as well. A couple flowers along the back as well. Nothing too fancy back here. You can't really see it. Just a bit of color from the inside is really all. Didn't want it to be too bland, and then copied the other side on over here. At least we just kind of did it randomly. We didn't really do the same pattern. Although then up here we do have 3 of those blue orchids. So then bringing in a little bit of the blue. Those are probably my favorite flower along with the rose bush. The bright red and the bright blue. Really do like those. Did that over there as well. And actually, if we pop up here, we're going to go on top of the coffee shop here, and this is going to look a little weird. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, did we do it? I think we did it. We did it. So we are up here. Yeah, we put carpets on top to stop any mobs spawning up there. Very helpful. They can't spawn on trapdoors or glass as far as I know, so any of these blocks are not going to be able to spawn on because mobs no longer spawn on carpet, which is really helpful. Hello. Can we trade with you? Nobody has traded with him yet. Okay, so yeah, it does look a little bit odd from up here, but I think from the road it does look pretty cool. So any suggestions for further changes or how you like it or don't like it? And, you know, that's greatly appreciated down below. Really would like to hear your input on this one. This is definitely one of my more favorite builds that I've done. Really, really like it. Again, if I just go on the inside, just this view right here, I really like that. I think it's probably the floor pattern. I really like the floor pattern. And then, you know, just bookcases all over the place. yeah, I don't know. I'm just really proud of this. But anyway, if you have enjoyed, go subscribe for more videos. This has been Mott, and I'll see y'all next time.